Hi guys, and welcome to my WWE Summerslam 2021 review. So yes, last night we had SummerSlam, one of the biggest shows of the year for WWE, inside the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, in front of 50,000 people. It was a big show, basically a mini WrestleMania. Yeah, it was huge. Big show last night. And yeah, a lot happened, so much to talk about. It's going to be quite a long review. I've got 11 matches to talk about. Yeah, and SummerSlam, well, a lot to talk about. Lots of good, and quite a bit of bad as well. It was a very mixed show, but yeah. So yeah, 11 matches to talk about. Yeah, let's, God, this is going to be a long review because there's a lot to talk about, so let's get to it. So very quickly on the pre-show, yes, we had Big E going up against Baron Corbin. Yeah, no, Baron Corbin stole Big E's Money in the Bank briefcase, wasn't it? That's the story that broke Baron Corbin, and yeah, it was only a 6.5 minute match. It was okay, but yeah, Big E eventually hit the big ending to win. He just took the briefcase back, like, thank you very much. This is mine, Baron. So yeah, he just walked off, and that was it. Yeah, fair enough. Little pre-show match to get the crowd warmed up. And on to the second match. Yes, we had a tag team match. The match which kicked off SummerSlam. Yes, we had a tag team match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Yes, we had AJ Styles and Omos defending their belts up against RK Bro. Yes, Randy Orton and Riddle. And it was good. Yeah, it was a fine tag team match. It was a bit too short. It only went 7 minutes, which I think for a tag team match is very short. But yeah, it was fine. AJ and Omos kind of were heavily worked over Riddle. Riddle was just getting beaten up, and he was constantly trying to make the hot tag. You know, that's what tag team matches are. Just trying to get the hot tag, and trying to get to Randy, and Randy comes in for a little bit. They try and stumble Omos a little bit, trying to get him outside the ring and trying to wobble him off because he's so big and strong. But in the end, Randy hit an RKO on AJ. Just out of nowhere, it was really quick, and I was like, no, it's not going to win. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, RK Bro are the new Raw Tag Team Champions. And yeah, it was very predictable that they were going to win because they're red hot at the minute. They're one of the best things on Raw, RK Bro. They're so over. But I was shocked how quick this match was. It was 7 minutes. Wow, it was short and sweet. I'll give it that. You know, most tag team matches nowadays are like at least 10 minutes. But yeah, and AJ and Omos have had those belts in WrestleMania. They haven't had a great reign, sadly. They think they've had like one defense at Money in the Bank against the Viking Raiders. So fair enough. It frees up AJ again, so maybe AJ can go back into the world, back into the single scene where he belongs. Omos, what's next for him? I don't know. But yeah, I'm happy for Riddle and Randy Orton. I think they'll be a very good tag team together. I think they're a great team together. Yeah, I think they'll have a few defenses, and then they're gonna probably tease the breakup later on this year, and they probably will have a match maybe at next year, maybe the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. That's what's gonna lead. And then so this is all like helping Riddle, isn't it? So it's cool. Fair enough. RK Bro, the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Cool. So it was a good start to the show. Then next up we got was probably one of the worst matches of the year. Yeah. We got a singles match. Yes, we got Alexa Bliss going up against Eva Marie with Doudrop. And, oh my God. Like, why was this on a pay-per-view? This is such a Raw match. And the match was only 3.5 minutes. It was terrible. Eva Marie, she's still not a very good wrestler, sadly. Alexa was just doing all this spooky stuff with Lily. Like, she was slapping the doll, and then she screams at Eva Marie. Eva Marie goes, ah! Like that. It's just like, what is this? And then, yeah, Eva Marie gets distracted, and then Alexa just hits a DDT. 1, 2, 3. Oh God, it was rubbish. The crowd didn't care less. Neither could I. I was sat there like, can we just get this over with? It was rubbish. And then at the end of the match, Doudrop's like, yeah, you got yours, bitch, to Eva Marie. And she puts on Eva Marie's coat. She's like, yeah. And she just walks off. And I'm just like, why is this on SummerSlam? One of your biggest shows of the year. This is such a Raw segment. A singles match for the WWE United States Championship. Yes, we got Yes, we got Sheamus defending his belt up against Damian Priest And yeah, this was a good, very good, solid 13.5-minute match between these two. It definitely was better than I thought most people thought, because the build-up to this match has been very weak and poor. I just haven't been interested, but yeah, it was a good match. Lots of back and forth action. There was a lot of really cool bits where it looked like both guys were going to win. Like, there was quite a few close kickouts. There was a bit where Sheamus hit this really cool, like, top rope, like some sort of splash on the floor, and Damian Priest kicked out, and we all thought that was it. And Sheamus was like, but then at the end, Damian Priest, after a already hard fought back and forth battle between these two, Damian Priest hits the reckoning on Sheamus. 1, 2, 3. And your new United States champion, yeah, Damian Priest. Oh, okay, fair enough. I did predict Sheamus, but you know, Damian Priest, they obviously got plans for him as one of the next big future stars of the company. So they're giving him the US title to just have a nice good run in the mid card for a little bit. Fair enough, you know. I think they've booked him strong. You know, he hasn't been pinned once since he made his main roster debut, I believe, on Raw. So yeah, it's a win over Sheamus. I wish Sheamus had a better reign, and hopefully they can have a good reign with the US belt, because the US belt just hasn't really had a good reign since Bobby Lashley had it. So yeah, maybe Damian Priest can be the one to change that. But this was a good match. The crowd seemed into it. He got a bit of a pop, Damian Priest, and yeah, that's fingers crossed he can have a good reign. You know, with several defenses on pay-per-view, because the US and the IC belts have had a rubbish time of it the last few months. Like, hardly any defenses on pay-per-views. So yeah, hopefully Damian Priest, when he can be the one to change that. So yeah, cool. I'm happy for him. Go Damian Priest. Then on to the next match. Yes, we got a tag team match for the WWE Smackdown Tag Team Championships. Yes, we got the Usos, Jay and Jimmy, defending their belts up against Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. Oh, and yeah, this was fine. It was 10 minutes. It was just a fine tag team match. There was nothing to brave home about, but it was fine. You know, these two teams get on. They have a lot of chemistry together, don't they? They're able to put on good tag team matches. No, I don't think it was quite as good as the match on the Money in the Bank pre-show. I think the Money in the Bank pre-show was a bit better. But it was fine. It was a fine 10-minute match. There were a few close falls, like where I think one of the Usos hit a big frog splash on Rey, and Rey kicked out. Like, oh, so there was a few close falls. Obviously, the beginning of the match was like Dominic constantly getting worked over. But then towards the end of the match, Dominic kind of got taken out of the match or something. He was outside the ring, and then Rey was just getting all this offense, like super kicks. He kept kicking out. It's like, Dominic, where are you? But Rey just kept taking it. Then he got hit with another frog splash. I think it was by Jay or Jimmy. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. And yeah, the Usos retain. I felt bad for Dominic. Rey, he was like, Dominic was just outside. Like, where were you, Dominic? He was outside the ring. But yeah, so I think they're still teasing dissent between Rey and Dominic, like maybe they're going to split up in the soon, because they've been teasing growing frustration between the two of them, because they keep having miscommunications on matches on Raw, on SmackDown. So yeah, the Usos retain. Fair enough. You know, they need to make the bloodline look strong with Roman as the leader. So yeah, the Usos retain. Fair enough. Then next up we got probably one of the biggest moments of the night. Oh my goodness. We all thought we were going to get Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks, didn't we? And no, we didn't. Apparently Sasha Banks wasn't not fit for the show. Maybe she has COVID or something, or maybe she's just not fit, or she's an injury. So yeah, the match just isn't going to happen. Everyone was booing. That was a potential match of the night contender, you know, the rematch between Bianca and Sasha. So then Carmella comes out and we're all like, oh, great. I was like, no, this can't happen. Like, and Bianca's looking so disappointed. And then when the match is about to happen, oh my God, Becky Lynch is back. She returns to a massive pop. Of course, you're going to get a massive pop. The man is back. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I mean, there was rumours she was going to come back. She has been teasing a return for a little bit on Twitter. But oh my God, she's back. I couldn't believe it. And she's in the full ring gear. I was like, oh my God, is she going to wrestle? She comes out the ring like doing the whole, like, oh my, it was just Becky. It's great to see her back. I'm so happy to see the man back. You know, we haven't seen Becky since she relinquished the Raw Women's Championship the night after Money in the Bank to Asuka. That was in May last year, so it's been a year and a half. Obviously, she had a baby, so obviously she had maternity leaves, but now she's back. Yeah, the man is back. I couldn't believe it. And yeah, she threw Carmella out the ring and was like, oh my God, are these two going to have a match? And Becky gets a mic and goes, me and you, we have a match and blow the roof off this stadium. And everyone pops like, yeah, we're going to see Becky and Bianca go at it. Oh my God, this is going to be great. So yeah, we all thought this was going to be like a really good 15-20 minute match for Becky and between Becky and Bianca. The bell rings, they have a very quick scuffle, and then Becky hits like this modified rock bottom or something. I was like, oh, okay. But then she goes to pin Bianca. 1, 2, 3. In what, I think it was 27 seconds or 11 seconds. I don't... Bianca Belair gets pinned. She gets squashed like she's a nobody. Whoa, this was bad. This was really bad. I mean, they've just had such an amazing thing with Becky Lynch coming back. It was huge. It was great. The man is back after a year and a half. And then she just squashes Bianca Belair like she's nothing. Little rock bottom, 1, 2, 3. They Eric Rowaned at WrestleMania 32. They Eric Rowaned Bianca Belair. Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. Like this was bad. It made Bianca Belair look so bad. What a rubbish way to end her pretty good title reign that she's had since WrestleMania. You know, she's been a great SmackDown Women's Champion. She's had some good matches against Bayley. And this feud against Sasha, I was excited for. I was excited for this match against Sasha. And then she just gets squashed by a returning Becky Lynch. No. This was bad. This was bad. This really did not help Bianca at all. What a way to shit on Bianca. Yeah, I'm happy for Becky Lynch. She's got the belt back. But at least, if Becky was going to win the belt back, at least have a competitive 15, 20-minute match. No, don't have Bianca get squashed with one move. Didn't even look that. It was like a little rock bottom. And just, 1, 2, 3. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, the crowd popped. But I've seen the reaction online and it's not good. Loads of people on Instagram and Facebook are going, what the hell was this? Why would you ruin has Bianca been buried? Or has she got heat backstage? Because this was rubbish. She can't have been happy with this Bianca Belair to have her title reign end like this with a squash. I mean, fair enough to Becky Lynch, who's a massive star, but to get squashed like that, she couldn't have been happy with that, man. I mean, obviously she has to just take it because, you know, WWE are her employers. But she must have gone when she heard about that, man. She must have gone, are you serious? I gotta lose my belt to what, Becky like that? Oh, okay, fine, Vince, I'll do it. She must have been like, what the hell? Oh man. So yeah, and Becky Lynch isn't dropping that belt for a while. You know, let's face it, she's gonna have quite a long reign with that Smackdown belt. So Bianca isn't winning it back anytime soon. But oh man, so what? Oh, I felt so bad for Bianca Belair, man. She deserved a lot better than that. They did her so dirty. I'm happy for Becky Lynch, but this really should have just been what would it have killed them to do a 10, 15-minute match and Becky wins it then? I wouldn't have been so pissed off, but to have her beat Bianca Belair with one move. 1, 2, 3. Oh, poor Bianca Belair. She's going to have that on her for a while now. We're not going to forget about that for a while. Oh man, so it was such a great thing, but then they ruined it. It was such a rubbish thing. Only WWE could do that. Only WWE. You know, such a great moment. Becky Lynch coming back, and then such a rubbish moment where she just squashes Bianca Belair. Oh god. So yeah, we'll see what the reaction is. I'm sure Becky's going to get. It's not Becky's fault. It's the booking. She was just told to do that by the booking team. Even Becky must have gone, seriously? I'm just going to squash Bianca. Oh, okay. All right. Are you sure? Oh, okay. So yeah, Becky and Bianca couldn't have been happy with that, and I hope there's a proper rematch when it's a really good match, because they need to do something with Bianca quick to erase that, because that's going to be on her for a while. And oh man, poor Bianca Belair. Okay. But it's great to see Becky Lynch back, don't get me wrong. And she's the new SmackDown Women's Champion, cool, but that was just not the way to do it. No. Okay, moving on. Yes, we had a singles match, yes, between Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal. And this wasn't very good. It was only 4 minutes. It was it. I mean, yeah, the match was nothing really. It was a bit even, but Drew was kind of just dominating Jinder. He was hitting loads of belly-to-belly suplexes. You know, that's what Drew does. Jinder hit a little bit of offense back, but yeah, Drew quickly got back on top, and then he just hit a Claymore out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3, 4.5 minutes. I was like, it was barely a match. I was like, oh, so we've just seen that BS take place with Bianca and Becky. Now we've just watched Drew not squash, but, you know, pretty easily dispatch Jinder Mahal like he was nothing. This feud's been going on for like 4 weeks, and it was a 4-minute match. That's the payoff. It could have been a 10, 12-minute match at least. 4 minutes. But Drew McIntyre just pins Jinder like he was nothing. Yeah, Claymore, done. It's like, so is there going to be a rematch? Maybe Extreme Rules? Is this the end of the feud? It probably isn't. Jinder will probably attack Drew tonight tomorrow on Raw. Oh, yeah. But at least Jinder gets a win. I mean, at least Drew gets a win, because, you know, he hasn't won a match since Fastlane, so he needed a win, Drew. But yeah, whatever. So yeah, up until then, the show wasn't great. You know, we only had 4 matches left, and the show wasn't great, was it? I mean, Damian Priest and Sheamus was good. RK Bro fine, winning the belts. Usos and the Mysterios was fine, but the show was a bit of a stinker, I think, until then. Not many great moments, and obviously I think what happened with Becky and Bianca just really put a bad taste in her mouth. That was so bad. So, but then the last 4 matches, well, the last 3 matches, I'll say, well, the one match was shit. But yes, so they were pretty good. I think kind of saved the show. I think saved the show. Well, made it a lot better. So yes, we had a triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship. Yes, we had Nikki ASH defending her belt up against Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. And yeah, it was a good 30-minute match. It could have been a bit longer. You know, triple threat matches for the women are usually a bit longer, but 30 minutes. It could have been a few minutes longer, but whatever. And this was a fine triple threat match. It wasn't anything amazing, but it was good. It was good. You know, it was what triple threat match should be. All 3 women kind of got their time to shine. You know, there was lots of little spots. Obviously, Charlotte got lots of really cool spots. There was one particular spot where she hit this really cool, like jumping dive, where she spun and boom, and just hit Rhea and Nikki. I think Charlotte really got to show off what she could do in this match. Like, she was like the MVP in this match, Charlotte, where Nikki and Rhea kind of looked like the young rookies who couldn't keep up with her. Like, that's the way this match was booked, you know. Even though Rhea, you know, was Raw Women's Champion previously, Nikki Ash is the current Raw Women's Champion, but you still got to make Charlotte look really strong. So yeah, so at the start, yeah, Charlotte shoved Nikki out the ring. She's like, "You don't belong in this ring with us." Then Nikki and Charlotte just go back in the ring. They had a little bit of tuffle. They counted the riptide from Rhea quite early on. Nikki tried to hit a crossbody off the top rope onto Ripley and Flair. She did it. It was like, that was a cool spot. She just jumped out the ring onto Nikki and Charlotte. That was really cool. Onto Charlotte and Rhea. Sorry. There was a cool spot where Charlotte countered like a double suplex from Nikki and Rhea into like a double DDT. That was cool. I'll give her that. You know, and then she hit that really cool moonsault from the top rope outside the ring. Yeah, Charlotte was like the MVP in this match, like I said. So then Charlotte locked in the figure 8 on Rhea Ripley, and it looked like Rhea Ripley was about to tap out. I was like, no! But then Nikki hit a splash to break her up. I was like, yes, come on, Nikki! And then after moving out of the way for the splash, Rhea got out the ring. I think she got hit with another move. Rhea moved out. Rhea went out the ring, and Charlotte hit a figure 8, hit another figure 8 on Nikki Ash, and Nikki was like trying to fight it, and then Charlotte wins the belt back. And yeah, Charlotte now, hang on. So yeah, Charlotte wins. I believe that's her 6th Raw Women's Championship now. It's her 14th overall singles title in WWE and her 15th title overall. But I don't think they're going to count that. They said 12. So I don't think they're counting the 2 NXT champion times she won the NXT championship and the tag team belt. So I think she's still 12 in WWE's eyes. But yeah, Charlotte wins the belt back. Why? Just why? Couldn't they have given Nikki Ash a longer reign? She'd had it for a month. Whatever. But you got to make Charlotte look really strong. It's just... And she's putting stuff on Instagram saying, "I am inevitable." Oh, shut up, Charlotte. It's just... Whatever, man. I mean, yeah, it was a fine match. She hit some really cool spots. But why give it back to Charlotte? I mean, I'm just bored of Charlotte now, really. But it's obvious she's going to break Ric Flair's record eventually. But so whatever. Poor Nikki ASH. She only had it for a month. Rhea Ripley didn't win it. Maybe Rhea Ripley will win it back at Extreme Rules or something. Maybe Charlotte's going to keep it for a while, so then we can get Charlotte and Becky at Survivor Series in a few months. Maybe both of them will keep it till November. Yeah. Whatever, man. I'm happy, fair enough for Charlotte, but yeah, I think Nikki ASH deserved at least one defense. But whatever, Charlotte wins it. Charlotte is inevitable. Yeah. Just like Thanos. Then next up, we probably got what was definitely, I think, in my opinion, the match of the night. Really good match. Yes, we got Edge going up against Seth Rollins. Before we talk about the match, talk about Edge's entrance. Oh my God. Edge's entrance was so cool. Obviously, he's been teasing the Brood on Smackdown where he covered Seth, all that black goo. And then he came out like to the Brood theme when he was wearing like all the fire, like with sunglasses and all the. Oh, it was so badass, man. Obviously, the Brood. If you don't know, the Brood was like a faction Edge was in the Attitude Era with Gangrel, like a gang of vampires or like spooky shenanigans and all that. So it was great to see Edge coming back to that. That entrance was so cool. Like he was just rising up out of the fire, and then on this day, like. Oh, it was so cool. I love Edge, man. Edge is just so badass. So the match gets started. And yeah, this was a great match. It was 21 minutes. Yeah, and it was great. I really enjoyed this match. It was a great... This match was fantastic. It had a perfect 3-act structure. In the first act was Seth kind of dominating Edge. Edge couldn't really get any moves in. You know, kind of similar to his match with Roman. Edge was getting dominated at the early part of the match. Seth was like, yeah, just kind of taunting. But then Edge starts to make his comeback, and it starts to get really good, really even between these two. You know, who were so evenly matched. You know, so throughout the match, Seth kept trying to target Edge's neck with the stomp, but he never got to hit it, thank God, because Edge had the surgically repaired neck. So they kept teasing that Seth was trying to go for Edge's neck, but he never got to. But yeah, so at some point, Seth hit a frog splash for a near fall, and Seth he went for the stomp, like I said, several times, but Edge rolled on the apron, except trying to get out quite a few times. And then on the top rope, Edge hit like this really cool swinging net breaker on Seth to get back in the match. And then then when Edge went to the top rope, Seth ran and hit a superplex, and obviously with the Falcon Arrow, that really cool thing he does with the superplex and the Falcon Arrow for a near fall. Then Edge countered another stomp, and he countered a pedigree, and he hit a grand slam for a near fall. And then Seth, and there was a really cool spot where Edge hit like a really cool mid-rope spear out the ring, just like Big E. It was so cool to see that. You know, Edge is in his late 40s to hit moves like that. He's not a bad man. But that was really cool to see. And then there was a bit where Edge tried to go for his spear, but Seth countered it into a pedigree, just like he did with Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank a few years ago. That was really cool, like a really counter pedigree. But Edge kicked out. I was like, this is awesome. It was just such a good match, this. Then Edge moved away from a corkscrew moonsault from Seth, and he hit a spear. And I thought that was it. And no, Seth kicked out. Seth kicked out of a spear. So, woohoo! Edge was like, because not many people kick out of Edge's spear. Not many people at all, so yeah. But then, when Seth got back up, then Seth tried to go for the stomp again, but Edge countered it with an education and then a crossface, but he didn't get the submission. Seth just got to the ropes on time. But then he tried again, and he hit a bulldog choke, that famous bulldog choke where Edge is just that crazy face. And yeah, Seth taps out. Great match, really good match between these two. Definitely match of the night in my opinion. We needed this because the show up until this point was a bit so we needed this really good match between Seth and Edge to just get us back up. So yeah, it was a great match. Seth can take this loss. He made Edge look great. Edge really needed this win. It was a big win for Edge. He got a big pop from the crowd, and he's just looking at Seth outside the ring. Maybe there'll be a rematch at Extreme Rules because, you know, Seth never got to hit the curb stomp. I mean, that's going to be he's going to hit the curb stomp and retire Edge, and maybe there'll be a rematch at Extreme Rules. Maybe we will see. Or maybe we won't see Edge now for a while because obviously he only has a part-time schedule. So maybe Edge's going to take some time off, and maybe he'll come back for Survivor Series to be on Team Smackdown. Maybe we will see. But yeah, great match, and definitely match of the night in my opinion. Definitely. Then we got this really weird thing with John Morrison and The Miz with the Dripstick 2000, and Xavier Woods came out with a water gun and sprayed them both with this water gun. It was so out of nowhere. It was weird. The crowd were just like, "What is this?" It was bad. It was just what? It was such a nothing cringeworthy segment. Like, why? Just whatever. Yeah. Moving on. So then on to the second to last match. Yes, we got a singles match for the WWE Championship. Yes, we got Bobby Lashley defending his belt with MVP going up against Goldberg. And yes, this match was certainly something. It went a lot longer than I thought it was going to go. It lasted 7 minutes for a Goldberg match. That's quite long. So the match gets started. Goldberg doesn't hit a spear straight away. They actually start to wrestle. Goldberg hits a few little fancy moves. Like he hits like this jumping butt on Bobby Lashley. He goes in the corner, like he tries to hit these grapple moves. Like, this is actually a wrestling match. Goldberg's actually wrestling. And I'm like, oh, that's not a good idea. Don't have Goldberg actually wrestle, because they tried to do that with the Undertaker match and it was a catastrophe. So don't have Goldberg wrestle. Just have him do what he does best: spears and jackhammers. But anyway, yes, they actually had a wrestling match for a little bit. And they were just bumping into each other because they're so big. The two big dudes. Yeah. But then Goldberg hit a spear on Lashley outside the ring and MVP. So he like, hit Goldberg in the knee with his cane, and Goldberg was like selling his knee a lot in this match. Then Lashley just kept going after Goldberg's injured knee with multiple chops, with multiple chop blocks, and then he like rammed it into the ring post, and Goldberg was like really selling it, and Goldberg just couldn't keep going because he was really selling his leg. So yeah, and Goldberg didn't even get to hit like another spear or even a jackhammer, nothing. Lashley just started dominate with chair shots, and then yeah, the match just gets called off. A referee stoppage, and I was like, what? It's a bit of a rubbish finish. Why just have Lashley beat Goldberg? And I thought that was the plan, but yeah, Lashley just starts battering Goldberg, keeps whacking him with a steel chair, and it was hard to watch. But then Goldberg's son came out of the ring out of nowhere, Gage, and he like that on Lashley, but Lashley just countered it and hit the hurt lock, and the crowd were like, yeah! That was a bit mean, but yeah, it was funny. Yeah, so Lashley wins, but then Gage is like that lying there when he hurt, and Goldberg's like looking really pissed, like, I'm gonna kill you, Bobby, because you just hurt my son. So it looks like this feud isn't over. Maybe will there be a rematch on Raw? Maybe Extreme Rules? I don't know, but this definitely isn't over. There's going to be a second altercation between Goldberg and Bobby Lashley. And Goldberg was like, I'm going to kill you, and because Goldberg hurt Bobby Lashley hurt Goldberg's son's like, oh, okay. What's going to happen here then? We will see what happens. We will see what happens come tomorrow night on Raw. What's going to happen now? Is there going to be a rematch? Maybe is it going to be Goldberg's like retirement match? Is he going to his career is on the line? One more chance against Bobby Lashley. Maybe we will see. We will see. But yeah, it wasn't a great match though. It was fine, but it was just okay. I guess okay. Yeah. And then on to the main event. Yes, finally after 26 minutes. Good God. Okay, the main event. Yes, we got Roman Reigns defending his Universal Championship up against John Cena. So yes, this was obviously the big main event between Roman Reigns and John Cena. Huge match they're making. And yeah, the match got started, and yeah, it was pretty similar to how all Roman's matches have been against Cesaro, Edge, Daniel Bryan. He dominates the first half of the match, and that's what it was. He was just dominating John Cena. John Cena could barely get going, could get any offense like the first 10, 15 minutes of the match. Yeah, he just couldn't get going at all. You know, maybe that was just ring rust. They wanted to like show like John Cena. He's been out in the ring for so long. You know, he's just not the same John Cena anymore. But yeah, Roman was just completely dominating him. Yeah, there were a few earlier times where John Cena kept trying to get the roll up there, the 1, 2, 3. He kept standing. He was like doing that to the Roman, but Roman just kept going. No, come on. But then after a while, John Cena started to get back into the match. So Roman countered an attitude adjustment quite early on into a DDT for a near fall. There was a really cool spot where John Cena starts to get back into the match. He does the, the 5-knuckle shuffle. And when he goes, you can't see me, John Cena goes, Roman Reigns just gets the guillotine choke on John Cena. That was good. He tricks him, but John Cena gets out of it and he hits it again. So it's great to see the 5-knuckle shuffle. We haven't seen him do it in so long. So that was really cool. And then there was a really cool spot where Roman went for a spear, but John Cena countered with a kick. Like I said, hit the 5-knuckle shuffle. Then he hit an attitude adjustment out of nowhere. 1, 2, ooh, very close near fall. So yeah, John Cena started to get some offense back in. Then he hit the STF. It was cool to see STF back. It's just great to see John Cena back, isn't it? Back in a ring after so long. And yeah, Roman's like, but he just gets to the ropes on time. And then there was a really cool spot where John Cena goes out the ring and Roman's looking like he's about to do a run. But then John Cena catches him and AA's Roman Reigns through the announce table. Oh, that was really cool. That was really cool to see. Back in the ring and Roman Reigns kicked out. Oh, I mean, John Cena barely hit any moves in this match. All John Cena did in this match was a 5-knuckle shuffle and a few AAs. That's all John Cena did in this match. But I guess that's all he needs to do at this point in his career because he's such a legend. And then he went for another AA, John Cena, but Roman hit a Superman punch for another near fall. Then Roman Reigns, he went for a spear, but he went boom. Cena countered into the ring post, and then John Cena hit a super AA, from the top rope. We've seen him do it before against AJ Styles and Roman Reigns in their match at No Mercy 4 years ago. And he had Roman up, boom, super AA off the second rope. 1, 2, 1. Roman Reigns kicks out. Oh, I was like, oh my God, John Cena was just like, he couldn't believe it, but. It's not shocking because John Cena hit that move on Roman at their match at No Mercy 4 years ago, and Roman kicked out and came back to win. So it wasn't a massive shock, but it's a cool move to see. And then John Cena made a big mistake. He went, your time's up, Roman, my time's now. Ooh, ah. I was like, oh, John, don't do this, because this is what happened when he faced The Rock. He got all cocky, and then he lost. So yeah, he went, ooh, ah. And then, but no, Roman hit a Superman punch twice, 2 Superman punches, and John Cena's dazzled. Roman Reigns, boom, spear, 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns retains against John Cena in a good 23-minute match. It was good. It was a good match. It wasn't like amazing, but you know, John Cena's been out of the ring for so long. I guess he was really rusty, and I guess they wanted to limit what he could do, because literally all John Cena did in this match was AAs. That's all he did. Well, I guess that's all he needs to do, because AA is such a cool move. And then an SDF and a 5-knuckle shuffle. John Cena just hit his 3 moves this entire match. And the rest of the match was just Roman Reigns dominating. But it was a great match, and obviously the kickouts from the AAs were really cool. But yeah, Roman retained, as we all thought he would, because, you know, he's not using that belt for a little bit longer yet. And yeah, John Cena was, I think he's going back off to Hollywood now to film something. So it was a great match. It was a great moment to see John Cena back facing Roman Reigns. There was obviously quite a few close near falls of those AAs, but yeah, Roman Reigns retains, and he was like that, celebrating over John Cena, like, yeah. So yeah, and then we think it's over, and then boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Oh my god, Brock Lesnar is back. I was like, I couldn't believe it. Brock Lesnar's music hits and the crowd go crazy. Paul Heyman's like, because you're screwed now. Brock's coming back, but he's like, how dare you leave me for Roman? So yeah, Brock Lesnar's back. He looks ripped. He's got a big vest, looks like a lumberjack. He's got jeans and a vest on. He's got a big beard. He's got like a ponytail. He's like walking down to the ring. Brock Lesnar, and even Roman's like, he couldn't believe it. Oh my god, the crowd. Brock Lesnar, the Beast, is back. So on the same show, we had Becky Lynch and Brock Lesnar back. It was crazy. It was crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, and he gets in the ring and he just stares down Roman. It's like, oh god, is this what's next? We're gonna get Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar next at Extreme Rules. I thought they'd save that for like one of the big 4 pay-per-views, but are we gonna get Brock and Roman at Extreme Rules? Oh my god, custody of Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's in a shark cage. Even Paul Heyman's like, no, let's go. So yeah, is Paul Heyman not with Brock anymore? I thought Paul Heyman would like be hugging Brock and welcome back. And Roman's like, what are you doing? But I guess now he's fully with Roman. So yeah, this is very interesting. It's a very interesting dynamic. Is Brock the face? And that Roman's the heel with Paul Heyman. What's this setting up? Because obviously is this setting up Roman and Brock Lesnar 4? I believe this will be their 4th pay-per-view singles match, won't it? Because, you know, WrestleMania 31, WrestleMania 34, SummerSlam 3 years ago. So this will be their 4th pay-per-view match together, won't it? I think, if I missed one out. But yeah, okay, that's what's next. It's great to see Brock Lesnar back after a year and a half. You know, we haven't seen Brock since WrestleMania 36. Well, yeah, 36 when he lost to Drew. So it's been a year and a half since we've seen Brock. So he's back. What a show. Just Brock Lesnar and Becky Lynch on the same show. Yeah, and then Roman gets out the ring. And I heard after the show, when SummerSlam went off air, Brock hit an F5 on John Cena. Poor John Cena. But yeah, I guess he's going to go off now. I've heard he's going to be on Smackdown next week, but we will see. But yeah, Brock Lesnar's back. So what's oh my god. So that was SummerSlam. Crazy. Becky Lynch is back. Brock Lesnar's back. The Beast, he's back. Just crazy show. The first half of the show, like I said, wasn't great. Especially, I can go say, yeah, there was some good stuff. Like RK Bro was great. Damian Priest, new US champion, cool. The Usos and Rey Mysterio was fine. Becky Lynch was back, great. But the way she had her squash Bianca was ridiculous, utterly ridiculous. Charlotte Flair, 14-time champion now, 15-time champion now, whatever. Edge and Seth, match of the night, classic. Much needed win for Edge. Lashley and Goldberg was just. It was what it was, and Roman Reigns and John Cena was a very good match, and then obviously Brock Lesnar coming back at the end. Oh my god! So that was SummerSlam. It was a goodish show. Lots of good things scattered throughout, but lots of bad stuff too. But it was fine. I think it was, on the whole, it was a good show. But there were just some things that kind of pulled it down. But like Brock Lesnar and Becky Lynch coming back pulled it up. Roman and John Cena was a very good main event. Edge and Seth, match of the night. So yeah, we got 2 very good matches. Some good matches. some matches and some very bad bits. So it was just a very mixed show overall, but that was my view on SummerSlam. I'll leave it there, guys, because this has been a long review, but there was just so much to talk about on this show, so much to talk about. Oh, so yeah, guys, what were your thoughts on SummerSlam? Comment below, let me know. My next video will probably be in a day or two. I'm probably going to do a little prediction video for Tyron and Woodley and Jake Paul. That fight's coming up soon, isn't it? Then obviously Takeover 36 is the night. Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe. Joe. Well, hopefully by the time people watch this next week, Joe's the new NXT champion. Fingers crossed. Come on, Joe. So yeah, guys. Thank you all for watching. I'll be back very soon, probably in a day or two with another new video. So yeah, guys. Hope you all enjoyed SummerSlam. Hope you all enjoyed Takeover 36 tonight, and I'll see you all very soon.